Languages time, make it hurry
I am indeed muted. Sorry about that. Hey Zed, sorry about. Sorry, I was saying something, but then I was muted. That's teensy tiny. I forgot. Push button. Social posts. I have automated them. Hundo 948. I still need to edit the roller code to accept multi-line messages, the multi-line things, and also filter out the lines that start with something other than a number. but someday I will be able to do so. It's the way I set up the system. I don't know, I just like systems that have a lot of dice. There's just something about so many dice that feels right. I see you're on YouTube this time. I assume you're watching from your phone. Oh, because you on say I find that on the computer, Twitch is the better streaming experience, but their mobile app is shit, like absolute shit. Even their website on mobile mode is shit. YouTube, therefore, by default, has a better mobile streaming experience. It's not because it is better than the Twitch desktop experience. It's just that it's not worse than the YouTube desktop experience. So, the Twitch streaming experience is, yeah. Yep. What's up? Okay. Cool. I have the Marsant's professional one that I have that I'm using right now, and I have another one that's from like some random tiny brand that yeah. But like realistically, I find that what do you call it? I find that unless you have like a really complicated setup, n- a, any dedicated mic is almost certainly going to be good enough because like audio technology is such a mature technology that even the basic shit is pretty much like until you have the skill to really dial in the high end mics, you're not going to get like significant benefits. Condenser, I believe. It's a cardioid one. I believe it's got a condenser head. Uh, uh, yeah, it's a cardioid condenser mic. Someday I want to replace it with a dynamic because my understanding is the pickup pattern of a dynamic is supposed to be better at isolation, but it really doesn't matter. I do not actually have the technology to make like the technical skills to make use of it. Uh, but yeah, like theoretically, I could probably pick up something cheap, and it would work just fine. Maybe I even will. There's like an Audio Technica one for like probably like $30 or something that I could probably pick up. Uh, okay. But yeah, someday I'll probably get a dynamic mic if it ever becomes an issue. Or if this one breaks, right? If this one breaks and I need to get another mic, then I will probably try and get a dynamic mic. But that is more because I believe the sound isolation will be better because the way. Okay, so. Sorry for the flashbang there. But, this bothers me. I don't know why I can't get rid of this stupid ass thing. But, with a cardioid condenser mic, when you have the mic, you pick up noises from in front and then less on the back, and then it makes this sort of heart shape almost around the mic. So from the top view, the mic's pickup pattern looks like this, right? So noises coming from this side are the strongest, and this side are the weakest, technically. But this means the mic has to be placed like horizontal to you, which is weird. And I have had some difficulty getting the thing to stabilize properly. But with a good dynamic mic, the idea is that when you have your mic and like it's um, like it's like that, you get a more of a this-shaped pickup pattern, right? So you get less noise from this side, but you get more noise from this side, which means that if you've got your head here, you can just point your mic at your face from the side, and that picks up your voice really well, but it doesn't pick up so much other noises. And because my setup is like not facing a wall that is shared with the rest of the apartment, it's better for avoiding the sounds being picked up at all. Uh, uh, Again, you can my recommendation is just experiment, see what works best. If you have the resources, do so. Don't like spend money, but experiment with what you have first. Yeah. But you have those resources, so you're able to do that. But I recommend experimenting with what you have, not just like going out and buying stuff randomly. By now the pattern has approached something. Uh, Right now the overall structure of the dress of the outfit. Something almost. It depends. I don't normally have the fan. I do have air conditioning in my room, so I will put that on. But I will turn it on and off depending on how it. Yeah. Hmm. Uh. 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 Mm, I mean, you can get a window unit if that's a big deal. They do have units that just kind of like bolt onto the so that like have a vent that goes to the window. It's not perfect and it's limited. Yeah, no, it like so AC window unit. But yeah, whatever. Point is, there are units that you can that have like a hose that goes out to your window, and those can work as a temporary solution. They're not great, not super efficient, but um, That is an option if it's really a big thing. But honestly, the thing about fans is it's one of the noises that noise cancellation works really good to get rid of. Like a steady, predictable noise like a fan often has the best properties in terms of noise cancellation. The other option is just to get a bigger fan. Because a bigger fan, as long as it's not like so big it starts screwing stuff up on your ceiling, can move more air at a lower temperature. So if you can get like a broader fan that has like a larger radius, you can probably turn it on at a lower temperature, at a lower speed, so that it moves more air quietly. And that's a consideration. Hmm. Vaguely. I was never really a big Dragon Ball fan. I am unfortunately already? Isn't Super like one of the most recent Dragon Ball seasons? Uh, some there will likely be some minor. Ah, okay. Uh, uh, mm, uh. But yeah, I kind of like I never really got into Dragon Ball. I think it's because for me to enjoy a story, there has to be room to play in it. Right? Like for me to really enjoy a story, there has to be room to play in it, right? There has to be what ifs that you could mess around in. And one of the best ways for that is that there has to be a system that you can like a flexibility in the way the world works. By now, the overall structure of the outfit has approached something almost final. There will likely be some minor changes as you as you construct. But the overall of a towering storm cloud wrapped around around Takami. does seem to be Tuesday. You gather up everyone and get to work, preparing to. You gather up everyone, pushing to try and complete things as soon as possible. Yeah, pushing trying. The news that has come from the that come from the east has been generally of the bad. They have not been all that pleasant. Especially with Uh, uh, especially with how little that you have been able to gather your connection. Even with you are tempted to tempted to try and have have Kate make another attempt at spying on the arcade court. But the strange mage who managed to escape you last time. They seem far too powerful for you to risk one of your members against. Let's see. Uh, so you get Mookie starts by working enchantments into the cotton wool. Infusing elements of light and wind and cliff light and lightness and the itself into the material. Using elements of light and lightness, the sky itself into the material. You try and help. And, best you can. Trying to, although you find it quite difficult to do so without possibly interfering with his working. Perhaps if you understood it better? Still there is some aspect to all of this that Moki understands that you cannot. Instead, you are mostly relegated to working with me and Fuji. Mm, Yeah, 11 on 12. To construct the various panels for the structured canvassing. Um, Layering. Uh, Indeed. When you ask her to give it a try, Takami seems to be able to do a little better, than you can. Though, you think that she might have the opposite, problem to you, where she understands the wind and flight aspects of all of this, but doesn't have the same grounding in the Karasumi fan arts to support what he is doing there. Layering them over the uh, over model of Takami's body in order to see how it fits and begin layering in the next the magical that will mesh into that will interconnect and blend the those that Timothy is putting into the overall atmosphere is Kami you make you make some minor tweaks, both based on how things are looking at the moment and Takami's own feedback as she allows herself the uh uh hmm, what's draped with the simple unfilled panels in order to get a base idea of things going to. There's some allowances. There are some changes you need to effect to bridge the gap, say to account for a magical presence and how that whether more and how the raptors will itself uh play into the overall ensemble. But mm, Uh, it isn't too much longer before you start constructing the garment in truth. Properly stuffing it, layering, and stitching together layers of cloth, threaded through with uh, dense filaments. Magic. By this point, um, even say the other members of your party have mostly bowed, exhausted from the sheer magic involved in your creation. Wind begins to whip about the workroom, and you have assistants. So you have uh, Yan Jing uh, bar the windows as the shutters rattle in their frames, threatening to open and uh and permit the storm outside access to your workspace. You lay down the first layers, uh, dye, carefully applying them to the clothing, even as even while remains on Takami, taking delicate, taking or to properly um spread it through the fabric, creating the material, creating delicate interplay of bright whites and deep blacks that begin to warp, so that give the illusion of scale and depth, as though Takami is a immense storm cloud on the horizon rather than uh, slash color willing in front of you. Oddly enough, despite all the work you have been putting into training your reserves, they you can begin to feel yourself approaching the same condition as your partners, the project. The starting to pull deeper and deeper into your magical stamina as you work your way around her to add in a few more details. As your hand reaches for the gold and thread, you Takami, your hand you need some rest first. She says with a shake of her head. Things, so, we aren't in that much. All of the kind of look at each other. Slight, certain annoyance. Deeply etched deep into your faces. But Mikami is also. While leaving a project like this unfinished, this is deeply unpleasant. You also know that you would be making a compromise. In the face of your stamina, should you push forward and complete the embroidery now. Is but you force your hand you let the kami drag you back to your room and hold you close as you try and force yourself to get some rest, even as the almost completed cloudy day. Hangs on a crude stand. Right under the floor. You awaken. You are awoken by Zunli throwing a pillow at your head. As you shake off the bleariness in your eyes, you read the note that she has brought you from the rest of the. Apparently, there has been news. Bad news. Okay. The long feared invasion up the Sumi River seems to be upon you. Why? It is not in. It is not entirely clear. But there are several vessels pushing their way against the torrential current that is flowing downstream. You do not know at the moment. Mainly because the information you have is very, very messed up by the weather. This isn't like, oh, you had a scout that was like constantly watching the river and then they ran up, say they immediately went north there. This is, oh, it was raining super heavily and some guys in, I will mention the town, but like some guys in Zhaozui saw boats going upriver despite the horrific storms, right? That's kind of the situation that we've got here. Is that there are boats going this way, and like people are kind of just assuming they're going towards the Sumi Valley because the storms are putting so much water downriver that basically anybody would be insane to try and go upriver for some reason in this weather. So they're assuming that they're going after you. That's more of the situation that's happening. The information is messy. Originating a couple days ago from Halsey. Where some of the workers saw what appeared to be some vessels be procession boat. I will say that they will show up sometime next turn. So procession of ships moving traveling in the through the blinding rain. You can't be certain. Dip I will be rolling next turn, and it is likely that it is likely that at least one action will be skipped in favor of the sea invasion. Can't be certain of exactly when, but it should be. Yeah, you'll get a like a vote thing that happens then. But it should be. But it could be as a few days, depending on how well they manage to navigate the currently treacherous waters as they force their way into their way towards the valley. First, Romans. Again, Storm Temple is over here. The river like goes that way. It doesn't go close enough to the thing unless you want to like grab some of the storm clouds and throw it at them. But that would be an action of some sort. Probably something you would need to get Takami's help with. So, like, you could spend an action to try and preemptively attack, if that is something that you might want to do. Okay, and we wrap up for today. Thanks for dropping by. I'm going to get back to work on the other stuff.